am director of Noah, a Musical Adventure. My role in Compass Church is I oversee church operations, and now I've started to branch into the creative realm with the launch of Compass Theatre Company. The heart behind Compass Theatre Company is to encourage Christians to know that there is a platform for them in the world of the arts. Jesus was a storyteller. He told parables. And so this is our effort to bring to life Bible stories that everybody can engage with. I was trying to find a Bible story that was well known enough that people would want to come out and listen, but also that was just going to be engaging for the entire family, right through from babies up to grandparents. So I did a lot of searching to try and find a musical out there. But one day I did stumble across the soundtrack of Noah, a Musical Adventure, written by a gentleman called Doug Hawley. I couldn't find the script anywhere online, just the music. I got in touch with Doug and he kindly gave us permission to recreate this show here in Wellingborough. We bring it to life with an amateur cast of young children and adults. So in terms of the adults, we put a call out to the church, is there anybody brave enough to act in this show? And we ran an auditions process. They had to dance, they had to sing, and they had to act. They were very timid, but I could see right within them was a heart and a desire to make this project happen. Once we'd got all of the adults cast in their roles, we then moved on to looking for a children's cast of chorus and dancers. We had open auditions. We invited everybody and anybody from our community, whether they were from the church or not from the church, and then they got cast into either our dancers or into our chorus, and they range from age 7 up to age 14.
I'm Lily. I play Shelley in the musical and I also have choreographed the whole thing.
I'm Lindsay and I play the narrator 1 in the musical, and I have been the musical director.
I have pre-planned all of the dances, I choreographed them all, and then my role was to teach it to the children and then to teach corresponding movements to the adult cast as well.
I have taught all of the songs to the adult cast, the children's cast, and then we've brought them all together in the last few weeks before this day. Yes.
Lots of them came in with no dance experience at all. They've gone way above my expectations and they're still doing it with the same amount of energy that they learned it when they first were so excited to learn how to dance.
It's been amazing to see how particularly some of the adults have kind of grown in confidence and just evolved into the roles that they're in. It's been amazing. We got different groups together depending on what scene they were in, and then some people were not confident about singing, so we got them to kind of just adapt the song to their character and how they feel most comfortable with their voice. So some of the lines we've ended up being spoken rather than sung, but it fits really well with the character, so we've just refined as we've gone along to what it is, and it's amazing. Can't wait to see it. So when we were rehearsing with the children's choir, we kind of got them to be really over the top, like opera singers. And then I fed that into the adult cast as well. There's one little line where the adults singing the grumpy song just go really over the top, operatic, and it's just brilliant. It's really made it better.
One of my favourite dances that I've choreographed is Build an Ark, because that has the children's chorus, the dancers, as well as having 3 members of the adult cast. So choreographing all 3 of those different movements, and I think getting all of those to work together was, one, really difficult, but makes the song look really cool.
We've actually fitted the whole thing into quite a short space of time, is how I feel.
We've tried to make it as interesting as we possibly can with the time and the resources we've been given. Obviously they're an amateur cast, but they've done absolutely fabulously with everything that we've given them to do.
So we refine skills and confidence in the singing by regular repetition of a specific warm-up. So our musical director is incredible at really making a nurturing and safe environment. Our warm-ups are often quite silly, and that gets us not too afraid to move our face or our mouths, open them nice and wide and sing really loud. And then really just supportive encouragement of one another. So Act 1 is all set in the desert, and we have in the second act the Ark. But of course, we don't want to reveal the arc until we get to Act 2. So everything is kind of low-key until we get into Act 2. And that's when the animals arrive on board the ark. So in terms of the costumes, we've really tried to stick to the rainbow to remind our audience continually throughout the show that the rainbow was a sign of God's promise that he would never flood the earth again. We absolutely love that every single role pretty much is done by an amateur, and this is the first time they've done it, including myself, first time of directing a show. Same for the musical director, our stage manager, and the choreographer. And we really just celebrate that we're having a go and that we're learning the role. So we've recruited backstage crew just from within the church, faithful people who have said, yeah, I want to make this happen, making sure that props and costumes are happening in a quick and timely manner. We are really, really blessed that everybody is just pitching in. They're all bringing everything together to make the show happen.
I really like musicals. I really like going to watch musicals, but I always wondered what happens behind the stage. So when Karen had asked me would I like to help out, I said definitely.
Not really having any idea of what happens backstage or what goes on behind the scenes. It's a whole new set of skills for me I've had to learn. Paperwork that I didn't know existed, forms to fill in and all of that kind of stuff. But I've really enjoyed it. It's a good role that also gets me involved with the parents of the children. So I've been able to meet them and build a relationship with them, which has been really fun.
At first, we did a run through, and any changes or amendments to the script I had to go through and make sure that they're coming on stage this way, or they're standing here, or they're going off this way, what prop is needed. It's been a challenge, but I've enjoyed it.
I've had to learn all of the legalities behind having children performing, so looking at all of the council's rules on how long a child can perform and what breaks they need to take and all of those different things. And it's a whole different skill set to performing on stage and running around and having all of that fun.
None of it would happen without all of the hard work in the background, the people that you're not going to hear their names, you're not going to see their faces. The whole show really depends upon their volunteering and dedication to make it happen, and without that, none of it would work.
Karen, who's our director, who's also my sister as well, her brain is just incredible in the amount of the logistical planning that she's had to do. I think she is just incredible. She has worked so hard. And Gemma as well in coordinating everything that goes on backstage. For me, the most rewarding part about doing this show has been the development of the relationships we've had with the people. It's been a real community project. It's become a little Noah family.
The church has been growing recently, but it's brought different people that you don't always get to see or interact with if you're in different Bible studies or core groups or just doing different things. But we've all come really close together, but then we get to see talents of other people develop, and then also being able to open up the auditions to the local communities. A lot of the kids are from the church, but some of them are from the community as well. And to be able to involve the community in something that is just so much fun to act and do it on stage, but also to do it for the glory of God is a real honor to be able to do, and to get the community involved in it as well.
I've never done anything like this before, and I thought I'd like to try. I felt really grateful and quite blessed that I was chosen to have a part. I've really got to know people intimately, where you'll have lasting long friendships, a lifetime.
I'm quite a sort of quiet person, really. I'm a little bit nervous of people and pretend I'm somebody else. This has helped me to get to know people and seeing us as being family and not as strangers. Helped me a lot.
They give you that confidence, that courage. I think when you get out there, you know that's it. You've got to perform. There's no going back. You've got to just go for it. But they don't see nerves, but they give you courage.
It's not just our lines. We've got to remember the cue to bring our lines in, so the audience don't see it. I think we're just like ad-libbing on stage, but we're looking for these cues.
Yeah, we are.
What we've got to say. Sometimes it's with the music, innit?
Yeah.
One bit we do a bit of song, we break into song halfway through this bit of music, and you've got to wait, you've got to count the beats.
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
so, yeah.
Like it builds up. It's full fun out, like coming and start singing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's right.
I think just watching people's reactions as we rehearse gives me a lot of encouragement for when we're actually performing. And these wigs, of course, that are a bit like Annie and simultaneously the orphans from Oliver Twist.
I've just found it really rewarding to be able to do something creative with our faith and use musical in order to spread the news of God, because that's just not something that you see a lot. So it's been really fun.
I found it really rewarding seeing so many different people come together, so many people that I've not had a strong connection with before, but that I'm now really close with, and it's been really lovely.
I've done musical theatre in the past, but some of the cast members haven't, and so it's been really interesting working with people that this isn't their comfort zone, trying to encourage people and work with people that they started off really shy, and we've had to help them build their confidence and bring them out of their shell, and it's been really wonderful to see that process happen over time.
Creativity of it all has just made my mind buzz with so many ideas and so many things. It's reignited my passion for theatre.
What we want the audience to take away is God's message.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
God's love and hope.
God's love, just know that God is there for everybody. Everyone is welcome to a church, any church, their local church, and just be a part of. It's important.
And
be
just
a part
to know
of community.
Yeah.
Community support.
And to know
massively.
no matter what, that God's there for them, even if they go through hard times or even if they're tested, like Noah was tested.
Massive.
No, yeah. He was like, do I have to build this ark? And the God was like, well, yes.
It's not exactly a small ark.
No, it's like big. I've learned over the time of being Noah, instead of saying I don't want to do that, I've actually said, you know what, I'm going to do that because it will glorify God.
There's a very happy, very joyful atmosphere, and it's made a very big sense of community amongst the cast. I do remember one time when it was raining one day and we all put on the group chat, different bits of us all singing bits from the musical that relate to how much rain there is. That was really quite fun. It has helped me to grow personally in my faith in God, as it's taught me more about God's promises and his mercy and his love. Of course, it's taught me the skill of being able to do puppeteering and how to give them effects like that and just being crazy and all that.
I'm really happy that I joined, because at first I was kind of nervous, but I feel like I got encouraged, so I'm really happy that I joined. I've had a lot of fun with my friends experiencing this.
I just think it's incredible that we've been given the opportunity to do this production.
We're really enjoying it, but very soon it's going to end. We'll really miss this experience. Yeah. The adult dancers, when they're doing their little dance move, they're really funny. That was just the most funniest.
When some of the adults forget their lines, but then when they improvise, they accidentally make it into a funny joke.
Yeah. I'm not that nervous, but then I'm also excited. When it's a few days away, you get really excited. We are really proud of what we've achieved. I hope we can do other shows like this.
Inclusive, supportive, there's never any criticism, there's always direction, there's challenge, but it's really uplifting and supportive. It's really, really good. Yeah, Karen is just absolutely superb in the way she's directing and managing.
It's really professional, even from the beginning, from the auditions, from the dates we had for rehearsals, forming a WhatsApp group for the adults as well, knowing what we're doing.
And I think we're all just willing each other to do well, aren't we?
Yeah.
If we see somebody stumble or get the lines wrong or come in at the wrong time, your instant reaction is to help them out.
To encourage each other.
So
that's
really, really
good. Story of Noah is about hope. And to me, it's about the message of salvation, the message of the gospel. And it's so nice to know that people who don't know anything about God will come and know a bit more just by being there.
For me, I love that the rainbow's put in the right place. It's biblical. It was always there from the very beginning. And to focus that message upon God and his love for us, his promises for us, just special.
We're reaching people that wouldn't ordinarily be reached.
I think the show's just a reminder that no matter how bad things get, there is a God who loves you and is there to help you, is always there to get you out of a difficult situation and circumstance. This is an uplifting, positive story, and I think most people will go away feeling really encouraged, and I hope they'll have a smile on their face when they leave.
I believe when people are going to face uncertainties and they watch this show, their souls will be lifted up. We actually want to give out a very strong message just to let them know that despite whatever is happening in the world, that God, Jesus is there.
Most people would know the message of Noah. They'd know the story and the way that we bring it to life. I'm hoping that it will really touch some people. Some of the songs that we sing are just fun songs. Some actually feel like they mean something, and I'm hoping that that will go across to the audience. It's just amazing. Everybody wants everybody else to do so well. It's a proper team effort, and if somebody does trip over a line, there is somebody there to pick them up.
It's really supportive and people are encouraging. There have been members of the cast that have opened their homes for us to rehearse outside of the schedule, and people have just been so willing to go that extra mile to help you learn songs, your words, and also just with the whole acting, smiling, the whole lot. If somebody's stronger in that area, they're willing to help you get up to that same standard, and that's what I like, because we're all moving and pulling in the same direction. We're all one group.
Another good thing I love about this community is that helping hand. It has been easy for me in respect to transport, so people are willing to come and pick you up and drop you off in front of your house.
When you think about the inclusiveness of it as well, because we have people with various disabilities, some of the disabilities are hidden, and yet they've been included in the cast and accommodated where we can to make sure that they are able to participate fully in their role. So yeah, brilliant.
I'm hoping that the audience will connect with the character of Noah and really maybe start to question the story of the account of Noah, and maybe go and look in the Bible and read up about it and really try and discover God in that journey. I think it's an incredible story of faith and trust in God, and it certainly challenged me in my faith in that what would I do in that situation if I was put in there? How would I respond, and would I have responded in the same way? And so hopefully the audience, it will get them asking questions and help them to find that connection to God.
Absolutely, yeah. The songs as well is really nice. The songs are very catchy, but they have a really strong message behind it, like trusting in God and to keep pursuing even though things come and trials happen, actually, that God is in control overall. And so I'm really hopeful that people will see the heart of that.
I think for me, the show has really meant a lot to me. It's really challenged me in so many different ways, but also just in that personal level, in building those relationships with other people and really getting to know the heart of people and our silliness and our fun and all of the craziness that goes on behind the scenes and everything has been really amazing in really forming great friendships. And then also just kind of discovering the story of Noah as well has been fun, because you kind of unpack it a little bit and get to know the real heart behind it and the faith journey of Noah.
It's really made the account of Noah come to life, and it's been incredible to watch that and to see friends and family perform that as well. It's been really nice, and watching the cast come out of their shell and just really go for it. It's been an honour to watch people to journey that.
When we first started doing rehearsals and we were all very kind of timid and shy and doing the lines and doing all the things, to then now where people are so extra and in their characters and they've kind of grown in that. It's been amazing to watch.
It's like out of their personal character but into the Noah characters.
Yeah, it's been good.
Noah has been a big part of my life. I started off as just accepting to be a part of the production team backstage, so not really get involved, and then volunteered myself to do a bit of choreography. Kind of got thrown in the deep end and then choreographed it all, but it's been absolutely amazing. And then to act in it as well has really shown me that I could do a lot more than I thought, that I can take on all these tasks, coordinating adults and children, and it's really brought me out of my comfort zone, but doing something that I completely love at the same time. It's really, really personal and really special to me that I've got to be a part of this thing at 18 is crazy, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
I just thought I was going to be musical director and then ended up taking on a role as well. But for me, this has been more about seeing everybody else growing in confidence. There's a few members of our adult cast that just absolutely have astounded me, rehearsal on rehearsal, in their growth and how it's unified everybody together and how everybody's kind of grown and just thrown themselves completely into it. People that have never been on stage before, never sung in front of people before or danced or acted, and it's been an absolute joy just to see all of that come together and just everybody to grow. I think some really firm friendships have been established.
It's a really special thing that we've all now got together that we can look back on in the future and remember all of these things that we did that we never thought we'd ever do, and now we're friends with people that we may not have been so close with before because we spent all this time together.
And I also think the journey of Noah itself,
not too many weeks ago, we were kind of all thinking, wow, we haven't got long to go, how's this all going to shape up?
but actually seeing it today and seeing the dress rehearsal, it's really, I think it's going to be really good fun. I think people are going to laugh. I think people are going to enjoy it. And that's what we wanted, community to hear us,
definitely
to see us.
Yes. The main thing I want the audience to take away is to see how Christians can be fun, normal, yeah, just to see that the Bible stories can be brought to life, that they're still current, they're still relevant, and we've got a cast of all ages, that we can all be brought together as one big family. And I really think that's something that the audience can take into their lives, that they can see that the Bible is still relevant and still fun and can be shown in so many different ways.
Maybe when we first put it out there, people are a bit wary. It's run by a church company and maybe it's not the kind of thing we want to go to. People, I think they're not sure what to expect, but as the weeks have gone on, and I think people have seen clips of rehearsals, or we did Glenvale Park and the public saw us, and I'm now starting to hear of people that are booking tickets from my kind of wider community that I wouldn't have expected to come along. So I think that's amazing that we've reached out and people are now coming, and I just hope they will go away and see that actually we are fun and it's engaging and, like you say, all different ages, just all having fun together and being part of that family.
The journey for me has been firstly of a leap of faith. So I listened listened to the soundtrack for about a year before I was brave enough to voice the fact that I wanted to go ahead and do the show. And then I booked the Castle Theatre, so I booked the venue because that meant that I'd sealed the deal and this was actually going to happen. And then I put it out there to the people, just in hope and in faith that some willing people would come forward to make this show happen. I made a conscious decision right at the start of this process to enjoy the journey, to not be stressed, and I've really tried to encourage the cast and the crew to join me on that journey. That the whole point of this is that we have a really good time presenting the Bible and bringing it to life, and that this isn't stressful or hard for anybody. And I'm happy to say that in the main, you can ask my cast, I do really feel like every single rehearsal has been joyful. The prop making sessions, when we had just wonderful volunteers from the church come out and make props, we've laughed and we've been joyful as we've made everything come together. And even in these last few days where everything is just so busy because everything has to happen for show day, I've taken stock every single day just to thank God for what he has allowed me to do. It has been a childhood dream of mine to put on a show in a professional theatre, and I honestly cannot believe that I've had this opportunity and that it actually is really going to come to life, and that so many of you have bought tickets to watch the show too. So I really love the cast. I feel very protective over them. I feel like a bit of a mother hen. I'm sure that they've received me much more in a mother discipline role, but I am incredibly proud of them. I love how children and the adults have come together as one crew, and just to hear that buzz of excitement and the friendships that they have made has gone already way beyond my expectations of what this production would do. I really hope that as the audience watch the show, as they let their guard down, forget about their weeks, and just get swept up into the storyline, that they will start to hear coming through the love of God, that he knows everybody and that he cares about them deeply. The music in this production is incredible. There are very funny, comical moments. There is that classic kind of panto villain moment, but there are also some really heartwarming songs that really cut right to the matter, and I really hope that the audience takes stock of the fact that they are known by God and that God loves them. If there's anybody out there who's watching this and is thinking about joining an amateur theatre company, just getting involved in something, but just not sure whether they've got the skill level or whether they should actually go for it, my advice would be 100% dive right in. It will be an adventure that you will never forget and never regret.